So with n8n, if you're ever trying to extract information from like a Word doc or a PDF or something like that, they have the extract from file node here. And that works for the most part, but sometimes you have different file types like .doc or .rtf or something, and it doesn't, the extract from file doesn't work for like all of those types of files. So I had to process a large amount of documents that can come in various formats, and I was using PDF to do some of that translations of files and to convert it to PDF so then I could extract the text from the file. But that was starting to become a little bit costly because I'm going through like 1,000+ documents. So I had to go through a lot of iterations to get this working, but I finally got the code that I needed. So what I am using is I'm using a Google Cloud function, and I'll provide all of the documents that you need to make this work. But first I have in this, so I'm using n8n to do this, and I'm getting a document, and if it's a PDF, like a normal PDF, I just have it pass through as a normal PDF and I can extract it just fine. But if it's not, I have a HTTP request, and this is how I have it set up. So you'll get this URL later on in the process, but you take this, just kind of slowly scroll through it so you can kind of see what you need to have your settings at. And again, I'll list this in the description. But what you'll need to do, I used Google Drive to process this. So you need a service account enabled to do this. So you first need to create a service account. So I create and continue. And I gave it the editor role. So continue. So I'm in Google Cloud right now in the IAM service accounts. And let's see, that's all I needed to do for that. So then you have this service account, and then you need to generate a key for this. So you just go to manage keys, add key, create new key here, just JSON. So this is all prep work for what you need to do. Uh, then with the service account, I'll go back. With the service account, you'll need to copy this address here, and what you'll do is you'll create a folder in your Google Drive someplace, it can be wherever, and you'll make that folder, you'll go to your folder and you'll add, you'll share that folder and add that email address and just make it like a content manager. It needs to be able to edit files. So you add it to the folder so it can modify stuff. And then what you'll do is you'll add it to that folder, and then I have, let's see, then we'll go through and actually like create the code that will process these whatever file type it is. So what you can do is when you're in Google Console, you can just search Cloud Run, and then you will go in here, go to the console mode, authorize. And here's where you'll need to take the files that I'll have in this Google Drive folder available, and you'll need to, you can create a new folder, and you'll create a file, and you have to name it exactly like this. So you'll just like create a new file, and you have to name one Docker file, and it needs to be capitalized D. So you'll create the Docker file, and then you'll create the main.py, requirements.txt, and then service-account.json. So you'll copy and paste the information from the Google Drive folder that I have, and then again, that's that service account JSON file that you downloaded. You'll replace that information in here, as well as again the requirements. And then you can go into, sorry, then you'll go into terminal. Once you have everything in the folder, these 4 files that you need, you'll go into terminal, and you'll make sure that you're in the folder, the directory that you saved all of these files to. So here you can just do an ls, and all of my files are within this, so you can just do change directory doc dash converter dash drive. Let's see, whoops. So now you're in this directory, and then you'll run this code right here, and once you run that code, it will start the build. It'll create the function that you need, and then it will provide you with a web address that you need to put into your that you need to use with like n8n. So you'll have, if the build's fine, then let's see, I left at one part with your service account. You need to make sure that, so in your project here, you need to make sure that you have Google Drive API. Click here. You need to make sure that this is enabled. So once you have that done, you'll get the link that you need, and it will look something like this here. So then all you got to do is, again, add that information here, put everything exactly as is here, and what it will do is it'll take this file here, it'll pass that into that Google Cloud function, and within that code, I'll just go ahead and open what I have. Let's see. Within this the main.py file. You'll need to replace a couple pieces of information. First thing is you can just create a random like secret key. It can just be random letters and numbers. It's just for added security. And then this right here needs to be swapped out with the name of, with the Google Drive folder ID that you're sharing that service account with. That's the only other changes you need to make here. And then in this code, the main thing is it's uploading that document to the Google Drive folder, and then once it's done creating that, it will go through and delete that. It will trash that file. You can't like delete the file with the service account. You can just trash it. So after like 30 days, it'll automatically get removed from your Google Drive. So the last thing was for this HTTP request, so I have generic header auth, and then with this header auth, you need to name it authorization, just like it is here. And then for the value, you need to put bear, capital B, space, and then whatever secret key that you have added to here. So you just bear space ASDF123. So then yep, the rest of this information, and then you should just be able to hit execute, and it will give you the outputted PDF. And then what that will allow you to do is put it straight through the inbuilt node of n8n to extract that information that's within that PDF. So I hope that helps. I spent several hours trying to figure all that out, but if you have any questions, just put something in the comments and we'll try to figure it out for you. That is all.